Welcome back to Behind the Hammer. I'm here with Joseph Irons and Melissa Irons of Irons Brothers Construction. We are talking finishes, but we are not done. Joseph and Melissa, take us through some of the interior finishes. There's a lot to talk about today. Let's start with this accent wall.
Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite features of the house. Along with our designers, Kathy and Wendy, Marcy and Joe went to Green Home Solutions and found something that would accent the whole entire space. It's bringing that feeling of outside in because of the wood.
A lot of details matter too. When we have a textured wall like that, it's not the easiest thing to do, so there's a lot of planning involved with that, as well as where it transitions to a flat wall. When you have that texture on the wall, and I mean texture by different size of wood planes on there, we need to make sure we have nice corners, things can transition in and feel properly executed.
This wall is something our team is so excited about installing because they get to show their creativity and their craftsmanship in this signature piece that is a focal point when you come in the door.
Now, I know at this stage in the process that Marcy started to feel some concerns around the colors, that as the project was progressing, the colors were appearing potentially to be too dark. What happened here and how did you guys work through this moment?
After drywall, we do a sealant, as we talked earlier. So it's basically a white polyvinyl additive PVA sealant, a very thin primer for all intents and purposes. So the whole room is very bright and white. You start throwing paint on it, everything looks darker than a bright white room. So John, one way to get through that is bring the designer back in to ensure the original intention of all the finishes complement each other. Make sure if it is too dark, we address it early and often. If it's fine, we just need to wait for it to dry and see the finishes in play. We discuss that as well. But ultimately, it's Marcy's decision. It's her home.
Our process creates space to ensure our clients are happy with the results.
It's starting to feel not just a house. Now it's starting to feel like our home, and it's really getting my heart.
But some things like that beautiful accent wall, we want to make sure we have the right color paint on that wall before they start adhering the wood.
So that if there was any gaps in the installation of the wood where it met, it wouldn't show through.
Now, Joe is excited about these bifold doors, right? Talk about that.
Joe really loved the bifold doors here because it actually gave them more space to access the closet, wider openings. So bifold doors can be very beneficial when it provides less intrusion of the door swing and more opening space of the closet.
Realize these bifold doors would look like real doors. They're beautiful. The bifolds downstairs are also just amazing. So this was a very pleasant surprise.
We are making sure that the home looks cohesive at the end. And that involves changing out the doors and the trim all over the place. In a kitchen remodel, typically we are touching the dining room, the living room, the hallway, and so the doors get replaced not only for aesthetics, but hopefully they're also going to be more functional. But the whole house looks more cohesive when it's all the same palette of product.
And you can't talk about indoor finishes without painting, so let's move on to the painting aspect of this project.
Color selection is a huge part of what our designers and architects participate in with our homeowners. We're really good at building on the structural part. The colors are what the designers and our clients really enjoy picking out.
I absolutely love color, so been working with our designers, and we had some dark colors in the house already, and so we're keeping some of that and other places lightening it up, especially upstairs in the bedroom and stuff, though it's going to be pretty light and bright. Where downstairs into the main living area is going to be more the warm family type colors.
When we're applying the colors, it is so rewarding to hear the homeowner say, I love this green. It is going to make me feel so happy.
Now, the fireplace in this home is so unique, but I understand that there was a blending that needed to happen to make sure that fireplace fit within the context of the home. Talk about that.
As much as we plan in advance, some things just have to happen on site. When we have the custom brickwork to extend up on the fireplace where we need the venting to go out because it is an operable fireplace, we need to make sure where these transitions are made and where the color changes are made.
If you have a client that's indecisive, how do you help them through those moments?
Well, it's always best to bring solutions to the table instead of just saying, what do you want? And nobody really knows, or they might think they know, and then they see it in person, it's not what they want. So We come up with a couple different solutions. Sometimes we call the designer when we feel it's necessary. And we have to think about the color palettes in the house, what the rest of the house will look like when it's finished, paint colors. In this case, the hearth is getting tile over the faces and on the horizontal surfaces. And then all of the brick, including on the kitchen side as well, will all be painted. So right now we're discussing how we trim out the top of the chimney and how that color or material choice needs to tie in with the material that we're wrapping this beam and post with as well.
And when we were meeting with Joe and Marcy about the transitional colors at the fireplace, the beam, and the ceiling, it was very imperative to give them multiple options to consider. As company owners, a lot of our responsibility is to bring everyone together, the architect, the designer, the homeowner, and our carpenters, so that we're all on the same page and we're in alignment with choices that are made.
Now, moving from the fireplace to the dining room, I know that Joe and Marcy are going to be big on hosting people and having people at their home, so the dining room is going to be a central part of that. Talk about those improvements.
John, Joe, and Marcy love to entertain family, friends, neighbors. So when the kitchen was planned, the dining room just became an extension of the cabinetry in that kitchen space. It's a display area with custom shelves that coordinate, allowing them to showcase some of their family heirlooms, while at the same time, the countertop surface allows for a great buffet where they can have guests to be able to entertain.
Functionality is one of the most important things we do at Irons Brothers, besides process and systems that we have in place. The cabinetry, the pantry is so much more functional now that it's actually thought out with Joe and Marcy's lifestyle involved.
While we're talking about interior finishes, let's talk about the penny tile, the backsplash tile in the kitchen. And really, the process of selection is having some options, but also looking at them in coordination with the appliances, the sink, the countertops, the cabinetry, which there was at least 2 colors of. And how does one find a backsplash that cohesively puts together that space? Well, I don't know about you, but I think the designer and the client nailed it on this one.
So many interior finishes to go through. Thank you for taking us on this journey, Joseph and Melissa. And thank you for watching. Stay tuned next time, where we will really finish this project up.